Okay, there we go. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter, and I am back from doing this one errand. And, what was I wondering? What happened? Well, when I was about to drive around the S13, I got a call from my mother, and had to do a couple of things in the kitchen. Plus, had to get a little bit of, and plus, I had to watch my sister's kids while she was going to the laundromat, and basically it was me just I literally just got home and actually had some lunch. I had um just had ramen with greens and a little bit of pot roast every now and then, but um so yeah, I actually meant to do every single car. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do the rest of the cars because obviously you have to like go somewhere before. So in terms of the vehicles I've done so far, I've done the Miatas, the M3, and the 86 Coupe. Um, I've done the M3, the Cil80, and the RX-8, which as a Velside car, not a Rocket Bunny car, has doing that mess already. I skipped the M3 E46 because I don't know how how the car is gonna behave. Um, so basically, I've done the Equator D, that being a Velside G35. Then I done a somewhat Rocket Bunny 350Z. Actually, let me put the roof back on. There you go. It kind of looks like a Rocket Bunny, but it actually isn't. I actually need to look up this kit. I've done the FC, and now I'm at Wellington S20, aka the S13 Coupe. So basically, I'm going to grab the E46 first, then I'll probably grab the S13, and then we'll continue onward. So yeah, first vehicle of the afternoon is going to be the E46 M3. I just need to put obviously a Rocket Bunny, not Rocket Bunny, a Pandem like livery. Alright, let's go move like and put it right there. Alright. Okay, so let's get on with it. First vehicle of the afternoon. Don't worry, there's only gonna be time I'll be streaming twice because I was planning on doing all the cars, but unfortunately, I had to like go somewhere in a little bit. So, going to Springstone. Unfortunately, unlike East Toge, Springstone doesn't have a third option where it's like, okay, it's like middle of the afternoon, like late morning, early afternoon, and then of course the evening. No, it's just morning, evening. That's about it. All right. So most likely, the rule I have for this type of selection is that the body kit that um no, here's the thing. The rule is that these kits has to be like real life body kits. That is what it's based on. So unfortunately, no renderings. So that counts the Supra and the Eclipse out. But I also do believe that it also counts out the um, the AMG faced BRZ at FRS 86 type thing. Crap. Oh shoot. Okay. Um. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. It was doing well until I just realized how freakishly low the car is. Alright. Okay, so now I can get on with the S13. Now, and for the most part, um, for those that want my advice on what vehicle to actually get as the first car, uh, try getting a vehicle that checks all the things you need. Does it have enough space to haul your friends? Does it have luggage space? Does it have reli- is it reliable? Does it have a ton of aftermarket support? Does it have what's that called? Does it have a lot of stuff that you might need later on? And does it have any damages? Because you never know. Things like this usually happens. And so that was only a little bit of practice. Sun Production C dot M dot. Okay, so I'm going to pin the comment so that way it's easier for people to actually find the lobby. Alright, so without further ado, oh my god, come on. Okay, it's a good thing this thing is right-hand drive. Otherwise, that mess was made no sense whatsoever. All right. So I'm gonna switch cars again. While I was babysitting my sister's kids, I actually ended up watching the next thing of Car Trek, where they had to import a 25-year-old vehicle to the U.S. and the vehicles are pretty interesting. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, it is a YouTube series known as Car Trek, which is hosted by Tovarich, Hoovy's Garage, and Vin Wiki, and those three actually, um, and let's just say those three had interesting taste. So, um, this is already season 7, which I was like, okay, this is interesting because and I legit mean many people, um, actually have that sort of thing going on when it comes to the other vehicles entirely. But yeah, I ended up watching it. It was pretty cool. So the vehicle that stood out to me the most that I've noticed already was the RX-7. In the RX-7, and I know you guys gonna flame the absolute mess out of me in the comments, but I gotta agree with Tavage that it is tastefully modified. And for the wondering, wait, so you actually agree with Tavage? Yes. Reason being is because of the car parts it has. And for those that are like, but he doesn't have the pop-up headlights. Okay, let's just say he did have the pop-up headlights. What is going to happen if the bulbs go out? All right, yeah, they have to go. Not only that, they have to disassemble the whole housing, but they have to shut the bulbs as well, and then just redo the housing all over again. That's gonna take a lot of time. So, and heck, why do you think that a lot of tuners that had an RX-7 as one of the platforms have different headlights than what actually originally came with? Heck, there are literally like face swapped, actually, in fact, body swapped even, um, for all those vehicles. Now, for those who are wondering, wait, so wait, hold on. So the whole headlight thing is, yeah, the whole headlight thing is, it's weird. Uh, for a lot of people, they're like, no, don't take out the pop-ups. I was like, dude, we know that pop-ups look cool, but if you wanted to go fast and be aerodynamic, besides, it's also a passenger hazard. Shoot, what's it called? Shoot, I forgot what it's shoot. What channel is that? Car Track is in the Tawadish channel. That's basically it. I just got here. Oh yeah. I was talking about Car Track. And the and you know the funny thing is, for most people that owned an RX-7, is the fact that they go two ways. Either they leave the pop-up headlights alone, or they end up switching them out with aftermarket headlights, which actually improves aerodynamics in a whole lot of ways. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking when I say that. Like, for example, let's say, okay, let's take a look at the Aria Mamiya RX-7. The Aria Mamiya RX-7 actually has fixed headlights, and it actually is pretty successful. And There's also the feed kit, even though their feed RX-7 actually has a different body altogether. But if you're talking stock body wise, the feed RX-7 actually looks pretty good for what it is. Same goes for what else is there? I think the C West and the C Office kits also count, as well as the KRS kit. I can't remember what it's called. But the majority of the body kits that RX-7 has usually came by default with fixed headlights. Um, but there's another and I know one most people gonna be like, but why do you prefer the fixed headlights over the pop-ups? Well, to say that, I'd say very something literally no one has time to fix the headlights. And besides, the headlights for RX-7s these days are through the freaking roof. Like we're talking literally like over $100 for a headlight. Like that's too much around that point. So for those that are new to the channel, hello, I'm Goddrifter247sun Productions. I actually do, I normally do racing game content, but I'm actually trying to balance, my racing game, um, my racing game antics, as well as, display and play. Oh my god. Shoot. Oh my god. But yeah, so yeah, in terms of the vehicles that are in Contract 7 this time, we have a doozy. We got a VA powered E30 chassis no, it's not M3, it's a 3 series. But unfortunately you can actually find those in the US. Just have to find the right people for it. Um, Next vehicle was the this is actually an interesting one. It is Television's Mazda RX-7, which seems to be a car that looks like it just came out of a Japanese drift day. Um, well, for the most part. All right, and it's an R33. Oh my god! All right. And for those that are actually disgusted with Savage's or Freddy's RX-7. I actually do like his RX-7, believe it or not. And and he's like, oh my god, oh my god, the Tasha was gun to you. Nope, that's not the reason why. Although it is interesting to see someone owning a Tasha car. It is the fact that a lot of those parts on the RX-7 are completely authentic. Like, we're talking full-on real parts on the RX-7. So we're talking stuff from RMMia, stuff from Feed, stuff from C West. I forgot who made I think RMMia actually owned those mirrors as well. But I do believe it's an RMMia type kit car, but the only difference being that the front bumper is completely different your from a different RX-7. And then there's Ed's his TVR Sabera. And for those that wonder, the TVR Sabera is actually a VA powered TVR that although it made a lot of power, it's just that it didn't make that much it just doesn't make any sense. Alright. Alright, I think I'll switch out cars again. So here's the thing, guys. I already talked about today's racing cliche. Yeah, basically today's racing cliches, vehicle history, and okay, that's the one thing I forgot to do. And it's to talk about today's game in a nutshell. Um, so this is gonna be a really, really, really long long section of the things I actually want to talk about, and that is today's game in a nutshell. So we're going to take a look at the second game I played when I was a kid, and that was Need for Speed Pro Street, which came around in November of 1997. They came out the November of 2007, and for those that are wondering, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about today. Well, as you know, this actually not Need for Speed because I can actually talk about I can actually make that to a series, but it's not that game, of course. Basically, when I was a kid, had any of you guys heard of Test Drive Overdrive? No? Test Drive 6? Maybe? Test Drive 2002? Oh yeah, that game! Well, oh jeez. Okay, so a lot of those names actually yeah, all those names from that game actually is literally the same game. The only difference being that is a very, and I mean we're talking a very 2000s-esque game. So yes, basically about it. Alright. Hmm. So, yeah, basically the game is actually pretty interesting, but, although I want to talk about Need Speed, Pro Street, and Test Drive 2002, I will talk about those games, another time. But, except for one other game, and it's still a Test Drive game, but it actually is 4 years farther from the future. Alright, get this. It's 2006, and you are trying to scratch that new itch for a new racing game. You played all the Need for Speeds around that time, and you played all the Burnouts around that time, and you even played the re-release of Midnight Clubs 3. And you ended up, and you were grinding out the absolute best out of TXR3. So what do? You go to your local game store, and what you see is that new wait test drive. I haven't played test drive since Eve of Destruction or Test Drive Off Road or even the 2002 S type mess. So you pick it up and you realize that, oh wait, this game's also for the Xbox. I might as well get two copies. Let's see if both of them plays differently. So you end up getting those two copies, and you decide to play. PS2 variant first, and you've completed a couple things, but then you took a look at the Xbox, specifically the 360, and you're just in awe about the graphics. Oh dear lord, the graphics. The and not to mention the car list is a lot more expensive than the PS2 version. And you end up and you can actually pick a character. So yeah. So most likely strap. So long story short, strap into your seatbelt. Make sure you get your tickets to Hawaii, and last, but certainly not least, make sure you get your sunglasses and your sunscreen 3000 because what I'm talking about is Test Drive Limited. So you start off. So you start off at the airport on wherever state you're at, or whichever part of the world you're at. You start with a character, and you actually end up going to the basically end up going to um, well, end up going to Hawaii, a paradise of palm trees, smooth ocean, smooth skies, clear oceans, and a whole load of loud and fast cars. So yeah, basically, um, so basically it's like long story short, it's clear skies, clear ocean, a fine and the finest beaches around, and your finest coconut drinks that you could possibly think of. But then you hear a roaring sound of a V8, a V12, an N96, and another V8, just duking it out like no one's watching. So you think to yourself, it's like, I wonder what kind of game it is. And then you freaked out. And it's like, wait, so long story short, what the heck is this? Like, okay, so yeah, so when you first got to Hawaii, you got to choose a vehicle to rent. Yes, around that time you can actually rent cars in the game, which actually made a lot of sense. Um, and did I mention that you can actually rent the cars in Test Unlimited? No? Well, you actually can, so you're welcome. Anyways, so you basically chose the vehicle and you chose the 60-minute mark, and or you can a full-on hour, and you decide to actually win your first race, you buy your first car, and you buy your first house. And along the lines, you can actually collect these cars. The only difference being that you have to beat a certain amount of vehicles, and what's that called? But yeah, basically it's one of those cases where the vehicles themselves are interesting, to say the least. but nothing gets more exotic than Test Unlimited. Although TDU actually expanded that, unfortunately it doesn't catch the same feeling as uh, TDU did. Because TDU did tried, but it just wasn't there for me. When it comes to the original Test Drive Unlimited, sorry about that. Of course they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. You end up getting getting the vehicle you wanted. Um, but yeah, basically, so they got vehicles uh, ranging from, it's basically some Americans to Euro, and even a little bit of Japanese are in there. So long story short, so the vehicles range from um, Suzuki to Chevrolet to Dodge to Ford to Mitsubishi to oh yeah. Um, so yeah, basically you end up being the race and you buy your first car and you only get a handful of choices of vehicles you can actually get because you don't know what's gonna happen. But all I know for sure is the fact that you end up buying a vehicle and then you buy your first house, which in my opinion is probably the best thing to actually do is like buy a house before you do anything else. And unlike TDU2 where uh, you start off with a 2-car garage and the max amount is 10. My goodness. Alright. Sorry my fault. Sorry if I'm not as motivated as ever. Oh yeah, so basically long story short, the vehicle itself is actually the vehicle's not that bad. There are some vehicles you can actually unlock just by doing the clone. Um, other factors of unlocking the vehicles is between special races. In fact, that's where a lot of people got the idea of actually selling the vehicle, then uh, uh, look at this. So yeah, basically, end up getting the vehicles themselves, and not to mention, you end up getting invited to a bunch of clubs. But let me tell you, these clubs are legit the hardest thing to actually go with because basically, the vehicle has to be, well, basically a what kind of vehicles they are? Alright, they're yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's bad. So in terms of customization, in terms of a game that uses stock cars and can turn into lawn sweepers, I gotta give it like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just a little disappointed. Up next, it is the my goodness. But yeah, basically it is one of those So yeah, so yeah, basically, the more clothes you unlock and the more you beat, the more cars you're actually gonna get, and eventually you are starting to get used to the vehicles by now. But you also get free cars by ranking up, or you can actually or you can actually talk to our father, of course. But then again, it just depends on someone's perspective. And last but not least, so yeah, cars themselves, 10 out of 10. It actually passes flying colors. The environment slash free roam, a 9 out of 10. If only the and the overall score, that is a well, yeah, basically it is a 99.4 out of the 100 people that actually agreed with that one. So, yeah, that's basically it. So I didn't get to do the, oh my god, I'm sorry I'm falling asleep, guys. But anyway, I probably would, hmm. So basically, I didn't get to do the BRZ or the, or, um, yeah, S15, or GTR, or Supra, nor Yaris. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, I'm definitely want to see next. Um, you can find on Instagram at Goddrifter247sun Production. You can find on Twitter at Jesus7S. And last time, not least, join my Discord at Goddrifter247sun Production. Anyway, without further ado, hope you guys have a dope Monday. This is Goddrifter design off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.